It's 2026. Kaspa's over 5 cents, and boy, am I excited about what is coming up. But in this video, I'm going to tell you some things about Kaspa that you might not know. Some reasons that my conviction is so strong, and why the truth is 95% of other altcoins are going to go to zero. So before we get into it, remember, nothing is ever financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and always do your own research. Now let's get into Kaspa. There is lots of reasons why I'm extremely excited about Kaspa, guys. And are you in a good mood? I'm in a good mood. I hope you're in a good mood. But let's go look at the chart. Over 5 cents. Some people capitulated. If that was you, let me know down in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe, like, because that boosts this out to other people. And our goal is to get as many people knowing what Kaspa is and why Kaspa solved the trilemma and why it can really be a top 3 to 5 crypto in my personal opinion. But let's come look at the chart. You can see it hit a low down here of under 4 cents. I remember the days where people didn't think it would come under 10 cents. I remember when this 10-cent level was like, that's holding, this level's holding, it's never going to break, all around this time. But it did. It did. And so I want to tell you some things that people might not know. And I had a few people leave me this. I posted this over on X. Make sure you follow me at Finance Freeman. There's a lot of fakes, so be careful out there. But, Kaspa is internet speed. Obviously, we know that. But putting it into perspective, this is Cass Addict over on X. And he said, Finance Freeman, don't forget to mention this. When you break down the math of actual transactional throughput, Cass is 460 times denser than Bitcoin in terms of transactions. And this is true. If everyone in the world wanted to do a Bitcoin transaction, it would take like over 10 years because the blocks are only 10 blocks per second. And also they can only hold so much data, so much transactions. And this really puts it out there. As you can see the blocks per second, this equates right here to 1 every 10 minutes. And Kaspa now being 10 blocks per second, see how much transactions this can really put through per block. So Kaspa is extremely faster, but it comes into some more things. Domer here did an analysis, and the problem is, guys, there's so many altcoins out there, and all the altcoins claim to be the next big thing, the next thing that can pass Ethereum, the next thing that can pass Solana, the new Bitcoin, the best Bitcoin. And so Kaspa kind of gets lost in that of there's all this, fluff in the market. And so this is something they ask me to share because we reach a lot of people through these videos, is how many Kaspa posts there are just saying Kaspa, hashtag Kaspa, Kaspa. This shows that there's a lot of people over on X looking for it. But if we start using these hashtags, hashtag Kaspa, $Cas, they call that a cash tag, then we will be able to get a lot more visibility onto Kaspa because there's a lot of good things looking. Look, 10 blocks per second. Look at the transactions. Everything's looking really healthy, but we really need VProgs to come online, which is going to be Kaspa's form of smart contracts. Okay, this is a way that does not create fractured liquidity like you see on Ethereum. If you do not know what fractured liquidity is, think about mainnet Ethereum, and then think about the scaling solutions. Ethereum itself does not have very high throughput, meaning there's not a ton of transactions. But then there's layer 2 solutions. You have Base Chain, you have Optimism, you have Arbitrum, you have Polymarket, and all of those have their own native token. Poll for Polygon, Base ETH. It's still not mainnet ETH. It's essentially a wrapped version if you think of it like that. But so all the activity happening on ETH layer 2s is taking away from fees and transactions on mainnet ETH. And so that's what we call fractured liquidity. And that is not the case with Kaspa. When VProgs come out, it is not going to be fractured. Everything is going to be settled in Cas, and that's the beauty of it, because whenever we come and take a look at something like Solana, the run that Solana has had, the reason that Solana is going to be a top crypto for a very long time is because of meme coins, but they're also having institutional usage. But the key behind all of it is that everything settles in SOL. If people want to trade meme coins, they get SOL. If people want to, buy tokenized stocks or something, never financial advice, but they do that in Sol. There is not any Polygon or base on Solana. There's been a few, but there's really no reason, and they have all failed. And so coming over here, taking a look at all the fluff in the market. This is very important that me going into 2026, there's been a lot of times where, oh, this is a real world asset project. This is an AI project. And there are those that exist. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of the tokens are kind of worthless in and of itself. Like, let me give you an example. If we come over here and take a look at something like Ondo, okay, Ondo's real world assets, this is a governance token. But even though they are tokenizing stocks all over the place, Ondo is going to be the leader of that. I think that benefits the company behind Ondo more than the actual token. And so we're at a time right now in crypto to where we have a valuation issue. What should these things be valued at? For instance, the Pump Fund coin. You know, there's a ton of money being made on Pump Fund every day in fees. Even at a low market, they're making millions and millions. But what does that do to the Pump token? Essentially nothing. Yeah, maybe they do some buybacks or they do something like that, but overall, it does absolutely nothing. And there's $871 million of liquidity tied up into this token. That is the valuation problem. And that's what crypto as a whole is trying to solve right now. And so the thing that I'm looking for is real DeFi projects and real layer one ecosystems. And Kaspa is the best in that to me. Whenever I look at it, 10 blocks per second, everything's going to be settled into Kas. A lot faster than Bitcoin. It has everything Bitcoin has, plus the programmability of Ethereum or Solana. I mean, that's why I just absolutely love Kaspa so much. But it has been on a little bit of a run. If we come over here and take a look at Kas, I believe it's around 54th. There it is. Over 5 cents. So what's going to happen now? You can see we have came up, hit over 6 cents, came back down to 4, and we're tightening up in this range. Now, obviously, this may or may not happen, but typically CME gaps do close. A CME gap is a gap difference between when markets close, official markets like stock market closes, and opens. And this is liquidity that is often came back and get. In fact, before these, we had closed all of the CME gaps for this cycle. So you could see right here was a gap at around 88,000. Then there was another gap here, and this is on Bitcoin right here. And so we'll see what's happening with this if this closes, if we come down and we do end up closing this gap at 88.3. That's where I will be starting to long Bitcoin. I currently have a short position on Bitcoin that I opened up at the top, actually up here with the stop loss slightly above. If you're interested in the trading group that I have, it's a lot more than just a trading group. The Discord's the Finance Freeman family, guys. Good morning. We're going to start having daily voice chats. There's member-only things. You get all my buy alerts, all my sell alerts. Obviously, none of it is financial advice, but we are building a lot more than just a call group. We're building a real deal community there, and it's less than the price of a cup of coffee a day, guys. So I'll leave the link down below if you're interested. We have over 100 members. I would absolutely love to see you there, but that's why I am so bullish on Kaspa. But I want to know, what do you think? Are we still going in a bull market like I tend to believe, or are we in the bear? And if you want to hear what I mean by bull bear market, if I think BTC is going lower or going to keep going higher, I'll link that video right here for you to watch. I love you all.